Can you imagine a team that just suffered an embarrassing defeat, refusing to even look at the tape to figure out what went wrong? That's exactly what's happening in Washington right now, and frankly, it's an insult to every single voter who showed up. Before we dive into this political drama, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in US politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and ensures you don't miss out on critical updates like this one. So, the Democratic Party is in turmoil. After what multiple members are calling a sweeping collapse in the 2024 elections, losing not just the presidency but also failing to secure a solid majority in Congress, there was supposed to be a deep dive. An internal autopsy, as they're calling it, to figure out precisely where the party went off the rails. But here's the kicker: the Democratic National Committee, the very body responsible for guiding the party's strategy, has apparently decided to keep this autopsy report under wraps. And some of their own members are furious. You hear the frustration loud and clear from Capitol Hill. Take Representative Glenn Ivey from Maryland, who bluntly stated, "Why haven't we put it out? Because we got our butts kicked." He even went on to say he thinks it's going to be embarrassing, apparently, to some people. Meanwhile, veteran lawmaker Jerry Nadler from New York, when asked why the report isn't public, simply said, "Why? I have no idea. And whether they should? I don't know." That's not exactly a ringing endorsement of transparency, is it? The DNC launched this review after the devastating losses, promising to investigate where they fell short. But now, with calls growing louder, it seems the party leadership is actively resisting transparency. Representatives like Rashida Tlaib from Michigan are accusing party leaders of ignoring core Democratic voters and failing to deliver on campaign promises. She believes they don't want people to know the truth. They messed up. They didn't listen to their Democratic base. And it's not just rank-and-file members. Even Kamala Harris, the 2024 Democratic presidential nominee, is reportedly signaling that she wants this report released publicly. NBC News reported that she was not aware of DNC Chair Ken Martin's decision to not release the report, despite promises that it would be made public. This is significant. Harris backing the release, even as leadership seems to be burying it, highlights a deep rift within the party. Representative Hank Johnson from Georgia echoed this sentiment, saying, "I stand with Vice President Harris in wanting to get it released. I'd like to see what the conclusions are." Robert Garcia from California was even more direct, "I've said they should release it, and there's no question. The report got done. I think it's good to always review why things were successful or not." But here's where it gets really interesting, and frankly, a bit cynical. As this controversy brews, a debate is emerging about why the report is being withheld. Some Democrats, particularly those advising potential 2028 presidential candidates, believe keeping the report secret actually gives Kamala Harris an advantage. By burying the autopsy, they avoid a fresh wave of scrutiny on her failed 2024 campaign, potentially helping her future political ambitions. On the other hand, DNC officials are arguing that releasing the report now, just ahead of the crucial midterm elections, would be a distraction. They claim the focus needs to be solely on retaking the House and Senate in November. This is a classic political tightrope walk. Representative Nadler touched on this, suggesting, "I assume if they thought public release would help the party, they would release it." But others argue the opposite. They believe releasing the autopsy before the midterms would actually boost transparency, allowing the party to regroup and learn from its mistakes, and ultimately, perform better in November. Representative Sri Thander from Michigan stressed, "It should come out as soon as possible so we all can learn from it." Hank Johnson added, "The more information you have, the better off you are as we approach these elections coming up in November. There should be no secrets, no big deal. Let's let the truth come out." So, what does this all mean? It means the Democratic Party is grappling with a profound identity crisis and a serious case of amnesia, at least according to its critics. The refusal to release the autopsy report suggests a deep fear of acknowledging the full extent of their failures, and perhaps a reluctance to confront the internal issues that led to those losses. It's a move that could alienate voters who demand honesty and accountability. For Kamala Harris, this could be a critical moment. Either she can align herself with transparency and potentially burn bridges with party leadership, or she can play the long game, but risk appearing out of touch with the base. And for the upcoming midterms? This internal division and lack of a clear, publicly acknowledged roadmap could be exactly the kind of weakness that helps Republicans. The DNC's decision to delay or deny the release of this report is fueling speculation and undermining confidence, leaving voters and party members alike questioning what, exactly, they are trying so desperately to hide. This is more than just an internal party squabble. It's about accountability, transparency, and the very future direction of one of America's two major political parties. What do you think about this situation? Should the DNC release its 2024 election autopsy report immediately, or is it truly a distraction from the midterms? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one. The truth, as they say, will set you free. Or in this case, it might just help win an election. Stay tuned.